Hey, welcome to Chris JRS. My name is Chris, and I just want to preface this video by saying that the whole video is not going to be for everyone. So I'll be splitting this video into two parts. The second half of this video is going to be a tutorial, so I'll let you know when you can stop watching there if you want. You might notice at the beginning of all my videos it says closed captioning is recommended for the following video. So why do I say that? Well, there's actually a few reasons. The first reason is I just think it's good to have captions in all videos. There are a lot of people who watch YouTube that have hearing impairments or just like having captions on. I personally have captions on most of my videos that I watch. Either even when we're watching a TV show or a movie, I have it on, so I'm kind of listening and reading at the same time. I just gotten used to it over the years. So the second reason is it can help with searchability. So Google, which is the largest search engine, owns YouTube. So when you're doing a Google search, what it does, it reads all text from the internet. So articles or whatever. So when it searches YouTube, it's going to be searching through your description, your tags, or the title of your video. If you add captions, then it just adds all those extra words into the Google search. Things that you may not have written in your description or your tags, things that you said, now that you have captions on, Google is going to be reading through your captions and can be very specific onto a search. And the third reason why I add captions is I have a very slight speech impediment. So it's a fluency disorder where my brain thinks too fast for my mouth. So I'd either be speaking really fast without realizing it, or I'll be saying like 3 sentences at once and it just comes out as complete gibberish. All my life people have been giving me blank stares like after I say something, like they're trying to process what I just said. When I was younger, teachers always told me to slow down. I just always thought it was my accent so they couldn't understand me. So originally I am from Trinidad, and people from Trinidad are generally or can be fast talkers. My dad is actually a fast talker. He was actually on Canada's Got Talent for it. So when other people talk fast to me, it sounds completely normal. But as I got older, I realized that some people still didn't understand me, even though now I have a pretty generic North American accent word. So I had to really concentrate and slow down. Now I've gotten a little bit better at it, but I still do it where I do speed up a lot and match my words together. So you may not be able to tell on video because I'm consciously trying to make sense, but a lot of the times I am doing multiple takes and sometimes I have to do a reshoot because when I'm editing, some things just make no sense. But by me recommending that you watch my videos with captions on, if you don't understand what I just said, it's there written out for you, so it just makes everyone's life a little bit easier. So that's the end of part 1. So the next part of the video is just going to be a tutorial and me showing you how I add captions to my videos. So if you don't have a channel, or if you don't plan on having a channel in the future, or if you don't really care how I add subtitles, then I suggest you either end the video now or just skip to the end timestamp, or you can use the rest of the video as ASMR and just rest your eyes. So there are a few ways that you can caption your videos. You can do fancy fonts and add it right to your video, so it's automatically on the video like this. But this way it won't get picked up by Google searches, so just directly on your video. So that's one way. You can also use outsourcing services where you pay someone to watch your video and transcribe it for you. These can be a little bit more accurate just because it's someone actually watching your video and they're typing it out for you. So that's pretty good. It can be a little bit, not too expensive, but depending on the length of your video, you can charge about a little over $1 per minute of your video. So depending on how long your video is, if it's worth it. If you're doing multiple videos a week, then it can get a little bit expensive, but I would prefer doing something free. Also, by having someone do it for you. If you are someone like me who speaks gibberish a lot of times, then it may be hard for them to actually figure out what you're saying, so it may not be worth it. You can also have YouTube auto-generate your captions for you, but if it is left as is, it can be a little bit weird because it is using its own AI trying to figure out what you were saying. Now, this is actually what I use because it is free. what I do is I just take what they gave me and I will go through it and edit it. For a video under 20 minutes, it takes about an hour, under an hour to edit. So I'll just show you the process I do on how I edit on how I add my captions. So I have a short video here that I uploaded earlier just for as an example on how I add my captions. So when you add a video, it takes about an hour, it can take a little bit longer than an hour, depending on the length of your video, for it to auto-generate. So I uploaded it about an hour ago, so it's ready now. So I'm just gonna here. So right now I'm logged into my ChrisJRS YouTube homepage. So I'm just gonna go up here to YouTube Studio. Alright, so this is my YouTube Studio, you know, everything you can see there. So I'm gonna go to subtitles. You can also do it through start with content and see the video. Now I have here the video called example video, but so I'm just gonna choose that one and click on the pencil. Alright, so this is where I can make any changes or anything, or if I can add a description, but I'm just gonna go to subtitles. And I end up here. Now previously what I showed you, previously what I said, when the first time was I said you can go to subtitles, and you come here, you can choose your video from there, and it takes you here as well. So you'll get this where it says duplicate and edit. Now, once you upload a video, this doesn't show up right away. This takes can take up to an hour, maybe a little bit longer. So once you edit, once you upload your video, you will have some time, because what it is just because the AI is trying to figure out what you said. So once this shows up, duplicate and edit, this is what I will do. So I will click on the three dots right here, and I will go to unpublish. So then from there, I'll go to edit, and here it is, everything, all my subtitles auto-generated. Now, what I like to do is I like to go over it and actually do a little bit of adding capitals or periods or anything like that where I think it's needed. So here it says JRS, it's capitalized, and then Chris should be capitalized. And it's pretty accurate where the timings are. So let's just hit play and see how it looks so far. Now you can press this button pause while typing. I like to click that as well, just so I can stop it. So let's go. Hey, welcome to ChrisJRS. My name is Chris, and in this video that you're watching right now is the test video on how to do captions. So currently I'm just, so right there I see the I isn't capitalized, so I'm just gonna right click on it and get it capitalized. That's the fastest way I found to do it. So I'm just barely saying a bunch of random stuff in this video just as a test, just saying a bunch of randomness. So when you're watching my captioning video, you'll see how to do subtitles on your videos. So for example, let's just say if I said something that I didn't like. So say, so when you're watching my captioning, let's say if I didn't say captioning, let's say if I want to say going for some reason. So I changed the word, and I could go through that as well. Let's say if I want to say the word because, and I really said fast, I can change the word. Obviously that doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna change this I right there to I. You know, anytime where I see, if I want to capitalize things, I go through this editing. And if I see a word that didn't make sense when YouTube auto-generated it, then I will take that word out. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to get some content so I can upload it to YouTube for, let's just capitalize YouTube. Some example footage. Now this video will not. Now let's just say, for example, this was too long. This is an example, and I need it a little bit shorter. I could cut that there. So when it starts playing, it will put it to YouTube for some example footage. Now this video. You know, you can stop it wherever you want. You drag it and move it around. If you wanted to add another line, you can just add another line, and you can type in whatever you want. this is all just obviously for example. Now let's say you're at the end of the video and you have it here, you're not saying anything. Hopefully you learned something there. And you want it to end here, but you can't. My name is Chris. And you want it to end right here, you could just take your cursor and say, okay, I'm gonna end it there. Now if you try right clicking on it, it won't do anything. So you can't, sometimes you can't find it, which you can do from here. You could do that and then drag it, I mean you can't. But what you could do is you find the timestamp, so let's say 45:14, and let's change to 45:14. There. And then that should stop it at the... So that's about 40 seconds worth of captioning stuff right now. So hopefully you learned something there. So it stopped at 45:14. So this is just how I go through my edits. So I do this for longer videos. This video here, for example, was only 47 seconds. So that's how I go through my videos. I will just generally take the YouTube auto-generate and go through it and watch my video at the same time. So I'm gonna watch it anyways just to see part of the editing process. And I will see where it needs to be edited. There's a lot of times where there's words, random words just thrown in there, so I will go ahead and update it. It's pretty simple to do. Like I said, it is a little bit time consuming depending on the length of your video, but generally my videos are roughly about 15 minutes or less. So you really don't have to caption your videos. It's just nice to have, and that's how I do mine. Let me know if you caption yours, if you know an easier way that's free, because this channel is pretty budget friendly, aka cheap. So all that things there, you know what you can do. Everything should be down below. Until next time, laters.